Nike made a Ja Morant sneaker featuring his famous "We ain't ducking, no smoke" quote. And then they decided to can it when they found out what that meant. We have finally seen some really good quality on-foot images of the reimagined BRED 4s, and the footage was only spoiled by the dude raw dogging them. We've also got another JJJJound New Balance collab that could easily be mistaken for a dead GR. All of these stories and a few more little nuggets of gold in this week's sneaker wrap. Right, so let's kick it off with some news. I want to start with this story here because I think it's kind of funny. It's the Nike Ja Morant one, the "We ain't ducking, no smokes." Shoes inspired by a Ja Morant quote where he was responding to some smack talk from Patrick Beverly. He said, "We ain't ducking, no smoke, we run up the chimney." And so the colorway of the shoe takes inspiration from this quote. You can see it is predominantly black in color, sort of echoes the smoky, charred inside of chimney. Definitely has that smoke aesthetic to it. And on the very first images we saw, it had the quote integrated into the back portion of the sneaker itself. But they've changed it. They've gotten rid of the quote and they have put Ja's logo over the top of it in a U-turn that speaks highly of corporate intervention. What seems to have happened here is everybody in the Nike design team were high-fiving each other thinking, this is great, we've got a great sneaker, we've got a great quote, and the kids are loving it. Does anybody know what ducking smoke means? And then someone has gone on to urbandictionary.com and discovered that smoke can also be used to mean beef or conflict or fighting, or anything else associated with gang banging or violent activity, which are all things that Nike are quite keen to distance themselves and Ja Morant from, given his inability to conduct a live stream without wielding a weapon. And so this has to be one of the funniest sneaker U-turns in recent memory. What do you guys think about this? I know we've only just said goodbye to summer, but we have already been hit with the Air Jordan Retro Summer lineup for 2024. These are all some ways away and there aren't a great deal of images, but let's just go through these one at a time and I'll tell you what I think. First of all, the Air Jordan 1 Green Glow set to come out April 6th. I mean, no, we don't need these. We've had a whole bunch of green Jordan 1s in recent times. That's a pass. The Air Jordan 11 Low Midnight Navy. This is a very clean, simple colorway. April the 20th, the Jordan 4 Vivid Sulfur. Kind of looking a little bit like a metallic yellow. Definitely some potential there. Air Jordan 5 Sail. These look like they have the aged outsole or the oxidized outsole, so that looks like it's going to be a trend continuing on into next year. These look pretty clean. The Air Jordan 3 Green Glow. These are looking pretty nice. Air Jordan 3 Georgia Peach. I mean, these are once again looking like a Katrina or a little bit of a riff on the Fire Red. Looks like a shoe that we've already seen 3 or 4 times. Air Jordan 4 Military Blue. This is going to be one of the sneakers that a lot of people, including myself, are very much looking forward to. Air Jordan 12 Red Taxi. Why not just give us the taxi? Why do we need these little metallic red touches? Air Jordan 1 Latte. I'm noticing a theme here. Are you? We are getting riffs. We are getting repeats. We're getting the same old crap in a slightly different flavor. Air Jordan 6 Reverse Oreo. These are clean. These are nice. Jordan 11 Low Legend Pink. Jordan 13 June Red, looking a little bit like a Bin 13. Some pretty cool releases, but in all honesty, I only want the military blue 4s from those. What do you guys think? Speaking of Air Jordan 4s, we've finally had a really good look at the Air Jordan 4 BRED Black Cement Reimagined, set to come out early next year. And the bro modeling them in this video felt like it would be a good idea to raw dog these. I mean, if there was one thing you could do to take the edge off the excitement of seeing these shoes on foot, it would be to wear them with no socks. I mean, bro is violating these. I'm not so much looking at the shoes as I'm looking at the ankles, thinking there's got to be some socks under there, surely. I mean, what is bro doing? Can't focus on the shoes. The shoe has divided a lot of opinion. Some people have said, look, we just want the BRED 4s, give us the OG Durabuck, the Nubuck, like just give it to us the way we want it. But I personally think this is a really good play on the Reimagined vibe. I think leather is preferable to Durabuck and Nubuck, particularly when it comes to wearing this type of sneaker out in the rain. Quality looks pretty decent, and I think these cross over well to a full-blown leather. Price point is set to be quite high though, but to be honest, all Jordan 4 prices are right up there these days. And so for me, these are a welcome Reimagined. I'm looking forward to these. I'm looking to cop these, even though I have the last 2019 release. What about you guys? One sneaker that's been doing the rounds this week and has been getting a lot of flack are these. These are the Air Jordan 5 plaids. Coming out on October the 20th. I think they're just coming out in small sizing. I'm not sure if there's a full size run on these. But a lot of people are thinking that these are some Naduor or some McDonald's uniform crepes. I'm personally calling these the what the McTavishes. They've got a wee bit of tartan in them, a wee bit of tartan gem. These are almost so bad they are good. You can imagine having a pretty boring outfit or a pretty neutral outfit and then just letting these kind of go off. What are you guys thinking about these what the tartans? You guys ever see a sample shoe or a sample set and think, man, I wish we had gotten those instead of what we got? Well, in this case, I think we can look back and be quite happy that we got what we got and these stayed in the drafts. These are the Nike Supreme SB Dunk Highs. These right here are the samples of the Stars releases that we got from early in the 2000s in the Be True to Your School colorways. And instead of the stars being on the mid panels, they have the golden Nike logo. These have been placed up for auction on Pharrell Williams' online auction site called Jupiter. And right now, as I talk to you, we have a bid of $12,000 on the red pair, $7K on the blue, and $7K on the orange. With 1 day to go, meaning bidding would probably get up close to 20K, I'm going to assume. I personally think the stars are way better than these, but obviously these are unicorn type shoes. What do you guys think of these? JJJJJound is back once again with another collaboration that looks exactly like a GR. He's back with New Balance on the 2002R. These are set to release sometime this fall, winter. And looking at the shoes, it really looks to me like New Balance took the shoe pretty much 99% designed already to Jound and said, listen bro, what can you do to these? To which he replies, listen, these look absolutely fine as they are. I tell you what, let's just put my logo on the tongue and call it a day, go home early. I don't know how Jound can continue to get away with this. I think these are pretty average, to be honest. Between the legs pass from me. What about you guys? We finally had some official images of the Air Jordan 5 Ma Maniere diffused blue. This is a women's release, so I would expect these to maybe eke out into extended sizing, but probably not much larger than a UK 11 or a UK 12 or something like that. The pictures have these looking pretty nice in my opinion. We haven't seen the official images of the black pair with the burgundy accents, but I am digging these. I do like the aged outsole with the oxidation. I like the yellow netting, which features the Ma Maniere branding. A slick move that was introduced primarily through the original Off-White collab is taking away some of the padding from the ankle collar, which has fives looking a little bit bulky and has them feeling a little bit cumbersome to wear casually, so that was definitely a good move there. But I guess the critic in me can't help but feel like these are just biting off the Off-Whites. But being a little bit more charitable, I think these are one of Ma Maniere's better collabs in recent times. I would even put these over the Ma Maniere 4s, and I'll definitely be in the market for these. They are dropping sometime this year, although no specific release date has been announced just yet. But make sure you guys are subscribed to me here and following me over on IG so I can keep you fellas updated. Salehe Bembury is going to be back at it again with New Balance. He has some more projects on the way, including a fresh colorway of the 1906R. This is in a red blue colorway. Kind of has a bit of pastel vibes to it and look pretty exciting. You guys might also remember the 1906R that he showed off back at Paris Fashion Week in a light colorway with a little bit of rainbow action, I think. And he's also got some more Crocs Pollux on the way, but this time in the form of a boot. The only image we've got to go off is a random part of the shoe that features an interesting mashup of different materials. I'd be expecting some fresh images and updates with this pretty soon because I can imagine the boot type thing going off this winter. Finally got some more images and some more colorways of the much anticipated Adidas Fear of God collab on the Forum 86 low. And I mean, honestly, they just need to hurry up and release this shit. Feels like we have been waiting an age and a day for this collab to materialize. Now we've got 4 colorways here, and if you didn't have a particularly sharp eye, you could easily mistake there only being 3, because 2 of the colorways look basically the same. You've got this darker pair, you have this cream or tan pair, and then 2 shades of soft gray. Now opinion is pretty divided on this sneaker. Some people think this is the height of laziness. They've just taken the 86 Forum low silhouette and just slapped the midsole from the Nike Fear of God sneaker on it. Other people are complimenting the design aesthetic. A lot of those people, to be honest, are about 5'5". I will say this, I think the silhouette is pleasing to the eye. I think the quality of the materials from these pictures look really decent. I think these will be reasonably popular depending on the price point. I feel like these are definitely going to hinge on how expensive they are for retail. If these are reasonably priced, I think they'll fly. I think if they're priced in that premium bracket, they are going to brick. Maybe not brick, but definitely not be as popular. I don't think this is the shoe that is going to inject the enthusiasm back into Adidas in the same way that Ye did back in the day, but I do think this will probably go on to be their signature collaboration moving forward. What do you guys think about these? The Air Jordan 1 Low Shadow OG is set to return in 2024, and if you guys have been following the sales of some of the low OGs from around 2015, including this model, you'll know that these go for crazy money, up to $1,000. No one really cared about this shoe back in 2015, to the point where these were sat on sale. One of the cool things, of course, of those releases was the fact that the lows had the bigger swoosh, and so whilst we don't have any official images to go off at the moment, if they are going to break them out in the same way they've brought out recent OG1 lows like the black toe and stuff like that, probably shouldn't expect the oversized swoosh, which in my opinion definitely does make the 2015 versions look a little bit cooler. Given how low the hype was on the low OG black toes this year, I can't really see these setting any kind of situation on fire, but I'm sure they will still nonetheless be a little bit popular. What do you guys think? We've also got another women's exclusive Air Jordan 4 coming out next spring, and surprise surprise, it's a sale colorway. That's right, as if we don't already have enough Air Jordan 4 women's inspired by the sale color blocking. And so with a good solid zoom in, what we can deduce is that the upper is made primarily of this pretty nice looking leather material. You also have the leather wings on the side, which is a little bit of a digression from the normal rubber or plastic wings on the sides. And then you've got these metallic gold eyelets and a little bit of sail action going on the back tab. Kind of like a metallic gold vibe I'm getting here. Nice shoe, maybe worth a cop if they go up to extended sizing, but maybe we could get a different riff on the Jordan 4 for you ladies that isn't a sale colorway. What do you guys think? Bad Bunny Adidas Response CL Ecru Tint releases this October. This is pretty cool colorway. Definitely looks like the type of colorway that would be nice to rock in the winter time and the fall time with the browns and the creams and the whites. Looking like there's going to be some extended sizing as well for the youngsters and the small footers out there. I still think Bad Bunny is doing the business, man. I like this model from him. I like this colorway. I like his campus shoes. I feel like some of his collabs are going under the radar a little bit, which is another reason why I like them even more. What do you guys think? We've got some Air Jordan 8 winterized coming later on this year. I can't think off the top of my head if we've ever had a winterized 8. We probably have, I just can't think of it. This is a pretty cool colorway though, kind of giving me Chrome 8 vibes. The winterized action making me feel like these are something that Batman would wear or something like that. I think these are tough, man. I think the 8 really lends itself well to the whole winterization thing. Only thing though is that these, given the winterized materials and the fact that it's a big Jordan 8, means these are probably going to be like $2,000. No, they're probably gonna be like 250 bucks or 200 pounds, meaning I would only cop if they were 50% off. Okay, look, that is it for today's sneaker wrap up. Thank you guys, as always, so much for taking the time to watch the video. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you guys thought, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like the video before you bounce, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care for now, and peace.